You guys know what I say. Try to make yourself look great on your resume. You'll be
money all around me. I look like I'm the man.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal and welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. As you guys can see by the title, today's video is going to be a paralegal Q&A part 3. I can't believe I'm like actually on part 3 of this series. I was like, you know what? Every time I post a video about paralegal, you guys are continuing to ask me questions and I'm loving it. So I'm just gonna continue to compile the questions into a video. And here we are, paralegal Q&A part 3. I'm gonna try to make this one a little speedier. I'm not sure, you guys didn't really let me know, so let me know down in the comments how in-depth you guys want me to go. I feel like the more I explain, the more you guys like it, but then I've also realized the longer the video, you guys aren't gonna sit there and watch it. So please comment down below. Actually, this time, go ahead and do it right now. Do you like when I fully explain it? Do you like when I give you kind of a short answer and then I can like explain more in the comments? Just please let me know down below what type of style you guys like and how you like. So jumping right into the first question / comment, they said, thanks for amazing content. You're welcome, girl. Currently a legal assistant and about to start the UCLA paralegal extension program. Wow, congratulations. If you could speak specifically about this program and your experience, that would be great. Congratulations on 1K subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, girl. And congrats to you. You said you're about to start the program, so you've already clearly been accepted. So that's huge. Congratulations to you. And I would say, I don't know which program you're taking. Oh, comment down below which one are you doing. Are you doing the short-term one, which is 5 months, or the long-term one, which is, I want to say 11 or 12 months. I don't think it's a full year. I think it's 11 months. But comment down below which one you're taking. But other than that, between, you know, the program start to finish, you're gonna cover, I want to say 11 modules. Each module is going to consist of, you know, a different type of law. One of the modules actually was like literally just based on paralegal research, from going to the library, from using LexisNexis to all the plethora of the programs. That was super great. I literally have nothing bad to say about the UCLA paralegal program, which is why I highly recommend it to anybody who's ever asked me. Great program, 10s all around the board. Another thing I loved about the program was that each module had a different instructor, which was great because it was a good mix of paralegals and attorneys. So you got to hear the best of each world. You got to hear it from a paralegal side, what it's like to be a paralegal, and you got to hear it from an attorney side, what it's like to use a paralegal, you know, what they need a paralegal for, what they typically look for in a paralegal, how to be a successful paralegal, looking at it from more of an attorney's perspective and a paralegal's perspective. So literally, it's the greatest. Another thing too, take each module seriously because you're obviously going to get graded, and depending on how well you do, you can graduate, of course, you know, once you pass all your modules. But in addition, if you pass them, you know, and you have like really high scores, you can get your certificate with distinction, which is amazing as well because it'll say that, and then you'll be able to, you guys know what I say, try to make yourself look great on your resume. You'll be able to add that in your resume that you received it with distinction, which is amazing. So that's what I have to say on the UCLA program. Okay, moving on to the second comment / question. They said, hello, just wondering what kind of MS Excel and MS means Microsoft. What type of Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word skills do employees expect you to know? I mean, what functions like sum, chart, formatting awfully used? Looking into paralegal. I would say definitely sum, chart, and formatting. You're definitely going to know how to do that. But I feel like all of the stuff that you're going to need is easily like Googleable. If you don't already know it, you can answer it with a quick Google search. I still to this day have been working as a paralegal for 5 years, and there's still some functions within Excel and Microsoft that need to be done and I don't know how to do it, but I don't ask like, how do I do this? I just use my resources. I go to Google or ask somebody that may know or that does it frequently, but typically I like to go to Google because I like to get the answer on my own, research it, whatever the case may be. I would say organization is used like pretty heavy within Excel itself, but other than that, I've kind of noted a few things within Microsoft that I do use as well, which is like to run a compare docs, which actually comes in handy a lot, because if you're trying to compare and agree, like just for a quick example, if you've done an agreement with this company a few years ago, and then you want to kind of do another agreement, you can compare the two and see what's been added, what's changed, what do we need to add, or what do we need to remove, depending on how long ago, or what do we need to update in regards to like insurance terms, indemnity, things like that. Converting the document into whatever, or adding JPEG, converting into PDFs, things of that nature, as well as adding comments in the document, you know, within the margin, tracking changes, accepting changes, things of that nature. So I would say if you have any questions on that, or if you kind of like aren't up to date on that, quickly, just, you can even take a course, but if you don't want to take the like full little free course that I think Microsoft offers, you can always just Google it. There's nothing that quick Google search can't answer for you. So let's move on to the third comment question. So this person said, may I ask what your long-term career aspirations are? Excited for more paralegal content. Thank you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm so glad that you guys are excited about this paralegal content. I honestly was so hesitant, going off topic here really quick. I honestly was so hesitant about posting it because I feel like, I don't want to say being a paralegal is like a dying field, because literally every aspect of life, legal is involved. No matter what type of company, corporation, organization, no matter what it is, legal is involved. So I feel like the need for paralegals is really increasing, and I'm really happy about that. So yeah, let me get into your question before I go off on my little tangent. But basically, so yeah, my long-term goals. So just want to work my way up, which of course I know comes with time, but where I currently am, which is another thing, sometimes in law firms, depending on how big or small the law firm is, you typically can't like work your way up. It's like you're a paralegal and that's it. Sometimes there's attorneys that are paralegal managers, so you can't even like work your way up to be a paralegal manager. You can just continue to be a paralegal, and then I guess they change your title from either junior paralegal or paralegal to... Sorry guys, I think someone's car is going off and I'm not sure if you can hear it or not. If you can, apologies. But so yeah, like I was saying, they either change your title from junior paralegal to like paralegal, and then from there probably to like senior paralegal, and then that's it. So I'm really grateful to be where I am, because there is opportunity to work your way up to become a senior paralegal, and then like a paralegal manager, and then from there I guess you just have more and more people working under you, which obviously is like, well, not obviously, some people don't want to do that. Some people are kind of just like content and happy and don't want to like supervise other people. But that is my long-term career goal. It is to stay within the company that I'm at and eventually become a senior paralegal. I know that comes in with time and putting in work and establishing your name at the company you're in. I haven't even hit a year at the company I'm in now, but I feel like a good thing to do is to make your long-term goals apparent to your supervisor, because not everyone, you know, will know. Some people are like, okay, maybe she's happy where she is, she hasn't really mentioned it, but me, I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna say, hey, I want to let you know, these are my long-term goals. How am I doing? Is there anything that I can kind of improve in? Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next question, which is comment number 4. So this is gonna be the last question / comment, but they've actually listed 4 questions within one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read it. It says, thank you for the video, very informative. I'm considering getting into the paralegal field and studying at one of the local colleges here in the LA area. I would appreciate it if you would make a day in the life as a paralegal video. Oh my God, yes, of course. People are asking for this and I'm like, I already have one, but I guess you guys want a new one? I didn't realize how long ago I posted that. So please stay tuned at Thanksgiving, but before Christmas, I'll definitely make another one of those. I'm glad you guys like those. And then their first question within their comment, is this career very stressful? No, I don't think this career is stressful at all. Well, I guess depending on what type of field you're working in. I'm gonna just talk about where I currently work, because where I used to work, I was very stressful. Like, it was to the point where I was always on the clock, always on my phone. And me personally, I don't like that. If I wanted to do that, I'd be the CEO of my own business, which you have to put in hours like that. But me, I like to have a set schedule. Obviously, sometimes, you know, you may need to stay a little after, which is, you know, I understand. So if it's an emergency, of course I'm gonna do it, you know. But if it's like every single weekend, then me personally, I feel like personal time is much needed. I feel like life-work balance is much needed to keep your sanity, you know, especially in this day and age. And then like living in a place that's like so fast-paced, you kind of need to just detox and like give your mind like a little break, reset. But I say all that to say, is it stressful as you make it? I'd say the biggest thing is basically time management, being organized, and staying on top of your assignments. If you can make your job as less stressful as possible, you can stay completely organized, so when they reach out to you, have a question, you can easily go to this, go to that, find it, go to your chart, whatever. Time management as well, prioritizing what you need to do when you need to do it. I feel like you can kind of control it to an extent, because I do know there are some places where it's like no work-life balance at all. But if you're at a place where you're kind of the only one seeming overwhelmed, either you need to talk to your supervisor or you need to reevaluate how you're structuring your work. So definitely up to you on that one. The second one is, how is work-life balance? Which literally I just kind of relates to like stressful. Those two questions kind of tie in, but it has its ups and downs, like I said, depending on who you work for sure. But you can definitely do some things, basically staying organized, being on top of your stuff to help manage that, of course. So the second one is, do you think an introverted person will be able to be successful in this career? And my answer to this is yes, of course I do. I would just say, as long as you, one, effectively communicate with your peers and colleagues. And I want to put emphasis on effectively, not just communicate. You need to effectively communicate. You need to talk, they need to listen. And then when they talk, you listen. You need to give them updates. You need to like, you know, whatever communication is necessary. I'd rather they be like, oh my God, Crystal overly communicates, than, hey, where's this? Crystal is not communicating with me. I haven't heard from her in a week. No, I'd rather than be like, she overly communicates, because people will appreciate over communication way more than under. And then another thing I would say, if you're an introvert, just always make note to ask questions, just so that you're sure and the other person is sure. Because if you're uncertain about something and then you continue to do it, like whether you're drafting a contract, now you're wasting your time, because you just wasted your time drafting something that's probably completely incorrect when all you had to do was effectively communicate and ask a question. Or you can ask a question and then the person you're asking the question to can be like, oh dang, like maybe you're right, let me go back to the drawing board, hold on, don't draft this just yet, hold off, great question. You think any question is a dumb question? And even if, okay, sometimes I think my questions are a dumb question. So instead of posing it as a question, here's a little trick that I do. I say, just to confirm, these are the deal points that we're hitting in this memo, correct? Question mark. I guess that still is a question, but it's like, they can't be like, oh, I just answered that. It's like, no, I know you probably already addressed it, but I just want to confirm. There's nothing wrong with confirm or, you know, double checking. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like I said, over communication is way better than not communicating at all. So the last question that's in this fourth question is, what are the different law firms a paralegal can get into after graduation? Literally, the answer to this question is probably infinite. Like any corporation, company, anything you can think of, law is involved. Your iPhone, your car, type of law firm basically, where attorneys are needed, paralegals are needed. So you have criminal, you have civil, you have linen law, entertainment, you have personal injury, you have family law, you even have the courts, working at the courthouse, the court system, and the list goes on. So I said earlier in this video, there wasn't a lot of need for paralegals. People were still trying to figure out what paralegals are needed for, but like now I feel like there's a surplus in need of paralegals. I feel like there are more paralegal jobs than there are paralegals, which is a great thing. It's a great time to get in the industry and get in the field. There's a huge demand in paralegals, but not really a huge supply, kind of meeting that demand. So if you're questioning it or if you're on the fence about it, I just say go for it. That's gonna wrap up my paralegal Q&A part 3. I'm so glad that you guys are continuing to ask me questions, because we can keep these paralegal videos rolling. If you guys have any follow-up questions, any additional questions, comments, or anything, please leave them down below. I really appreciate it. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I really appreciate it. happy Thanksgiving. I'm not sure when this video is going up, either maybe before Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving, or right after. So if you're seeing it, happy Thanksgiving, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.
You see money all around me. I look like I'm the man.